my college days, like when I was 16, 17, I must tell you, I completed my post-graduation when I was 20, because back then there was no cut-off, age limit. So I don't know how I ended up, completing my education at 20. So from the age of 16, I used to lie to my family saying that I'm going out with my friend, but I used to step out and go to restaurants and sit and eat alone because I couldn't find people wanting to, come so often to eat. I used to experiment. So even today, love going out. If nobody comes, I'm okay. I will go out alone, eat. Like when I travel alone, I eat alone. So I have no problems there.
Same. I think even I eat alone, but the only difference between us is I do proper calorie. I just have to look at food to put on weight. So I am very health conscious that way in the sense. That is the only difference. But eating alone is very. I have never found it odd. I find it like, in fact.
I mean, back then when girls were never allowed to go out alone, I used to go out and eat alone. So it doesn't matter now. Nobody cares.
I swear. And I also feel that sometimes when I'm eating alone, it's just your me time.
Yeah.
I mean, like you're savoring things and there are so many thoughts that you're just processing.
Yeah, true. And when I eat, I don't look at my phone. I don't pretend that I'm busy while I'm eating, and I'm enjoying the food, So it's really nice. Yeah.
So you are also a voracious reader.
Yeah, that I am.
And your go-to, so a book that you really loved, or probably you go back to it again and again?
A lot of them actually, because when I did my literature, by default we had to read so many books, and we had a subject called literary criticism. So we had to, literally rip apart the books and talk about it, understand it, comment about it. So there are a lot of takeaways that I've had from these books. I was not so much into self-help books. Non-fiction, I've never really read so many. But now in recent times, my circle has expanded to include people who read nothing but non-fiction books, autobiographies and self-help books and books on economics. And so I'm also reading those. So that is, according to me, those are all points of view. That is their point of view, depending on the era that they were in and the economic situation that was present. So they give their take on that, the political scenario that they were in, so they give their take on that. So every book has something to offer. There is one author he is not written in English. His book has been translated into English, called Rolf Dobelli. I don't see anybody talking about him, but that's a book that I go to, his books. I really like that author. I like the way he writes about life, about money, about pretty much everything. I like that author. So I have that book all the time, and I can open any chapter in that book and read it and relate to it and learn from it. And the nice thing about books is that every time you read the book, you get a fresh perspective. I don't know if it happens with others. Even in terms of classics, when I reread them, I've read several novels, several times, but every time a particular event or incident throws up a different perspective to me. That's the way I look at it. I don't know if others agree with me.
I completely, because I feel I read Alchemist, Paulo Coelho's Alchemist, when I was a kid. I never understood it. But as you grow older, oh my God, so many things that he's written in the book make sense now. And even God of Small Things, one of my favorite books. I mean, I think you need to have certain kind of life experience to actually understand.
Right. So you are evolving and you're changing, and your situation is also, so dynamic that every time you go back to the same tome, you realize that now you're looking at it from a different angle altogether. Yeah.
What are you reading now?
Currently, what am I reading now? Anything interesting, I think.
That's okay. Any movie that you're watching currently?
I think maybe I'm not reading because I've become a Netflix addict.
Any series that you liked recently?
Quite a few. I just finished, this was recommended by our good mutual friend. So The Survivors, I saw. It was beautiful, I saw that. I loved Peaky Blinders. I see a lot of movies. I like thrillers. I like murder mysteries. I like legal movies. Some movies I watch again. I like John Grisham movies. I've read a lot of his novels. That's one of the books that I've just completed, The Exchange by John Grisham. So I've completed that. So I like romance and comedy also. But I can only take it up to a certain point. I can't deal with that.
Any fictional character that you fell for, like the fictional character you wish it was real, he was real, he or she, anybody.
I'm a little morbid in my outlook, so I don't know how many of you have read Wuthering Heights.
I've read Wuthering Heights. Don't say Heathcliff.
Okay.
Yeah, fair.
Heathcliff. and Darcy.
Darcy, oh God,
And I love
But Darcy
the
is-
mother of those girls. I love her.
oh my God, I've been writing about because
I have a relative like her. I love her.
Oh my God, like we are Darcy fans. I mean, like I hate that character, but I like that character. Oh my God, I know somebody in real life also who's like exactly like Darcy. They make
Not
you
that
like-
I would marry someone like him. I'm saying I like Darcy because the character is so, so typical.
typical, yeah.
That's why I like it.
typical.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I love all great characters. I love
Yeah.
that.
that's true, right? I think it's villains have their own side of the
Yeah,
story,
yeah.
right? It's not
Yeah.
villains have their own truth, which we
Like
don't.
I liked Mufasa in Lion King.
But Mufasa was the father.
Sorry, not Mufasa.
The brother.
What's his name?
I forgot.
The voiceover is given by Jeremy Irons.
I know. I forgot the name. But recently, there was a backstory why he became like that. There is a story behind
I don't want to
it.
know. I want him to remain evil. I don't want justification.
But there is a reason.
Like the Hindi movies, इसलिए मैंने ऐसे किया,
Actually, Mufasa's brother was a very nice guy.
What's his name? Yeah, I forget Mufasa.
I forgot the name. Scarface.
Scarface.
He has this thing. So there is the latest Lion King movie is a story of how Mufasa became the king, and they were actually. I will not tell you. You have to watch it.
All the villains.
Villains, yeah.
Blofeld. I love.
Then you would
Blofeld.
like Dark Knight. Do you watch Dark Knight?
Yeah,
Bane?
I've seen that.
Then you would be liking Bane.
Okay. I'm not a big fan of those series at all.
Those series, okay.
None of the Marvel comics, Marvel characters.
Characters.
I can't cotton on to. And don't ask me anything about Harry Potter. I've not seen.
Oh.
Narnia, zip. Lord of the Rings, nope.
A lot of the Rings even I because I started reading with Harry Potter. So then
Somehow I'm not able to connect to
the fantasy
genre at
world.
all.
Okay. Fantasy doesn't. Okay, that's good. So apart from running a business, doing mountaineering and so many other things, Maina is also very, very well traveled.
Yeah.
And I want to know your perspective on, how. So a lot of people say that when you travel, your horizon, the way you think changes, expands, and
I think that's a whole lot of bullshit. Because I've
because
seen
I wanted to say there are a lot of people whom I know who are very well traveled, and people who have just
they're
lived in the
still,
same city who are very.
Yeah. I don't want to use cuss words here, so I'm sorry, I've already used one. But they have regressed further, if you ask me. And they act as if they know it all. You can't get a sentence passed through them before they pounce on you to tell them what they know.
They know. Oh, you don't know about this.
Yeah.
You do.
So no, it doesn't broaden. I have not seen anybody's horizon being broadened because of that. You are who you are.
Truth bombs.
If you are an evolved person, a mature person, whether you travel or you don't travel, you are that.
Yes.
My mother hasn't traveled so much, and she was one of the most wide. She I learned I inherited the love for books and for movies from her. She introduced me to Western movies. She introduced me to Bond movies. And she could never converse in English very well, but she introduced me to all the classics. And I've seen so many people who travel the world over who people who haven't opened books here. So travel has got nothing to do with your personality, I would say. I've had so many bad experiences while I traveled by other, thanks to other travelers. So where is the horizon broadening happening? I would like to know. But if you truly want to experience a land, you should go and visit that place alone. Is my suggestion.
Yeah.
That's how I have enjoyed it, because when you're traveling with another person, to a large extent you are kind of confined because of that person's likes and dislikes. That person may not want to do something that you may want to do, and you are bound by that person's sense of timing, a whole lot of things. So
Solo
traveling is definitely something that all of us should do.
At least once in our life, whenever we get a chance.
Every time.
Every time.
Go to Mumbai alone at least.
That's true. Because
not on work, just to explore the city,
Because just for the fact that you start doing things alone, you realize a lot of things that you can do and you cannot do, right? And you learn on the go, right? So much of learning is there.
Yeah, you appreciate the journey better.
That is true. And again, I think we live in a society where everything, I don't know, being alone, being single, or not being, just the whole thing of solitude is looked at from the lens of being lonely, which I don't think it is true.
No, it is not true. Let me see if I've understood you well. You're saying that people do not venture out alone because they think it is a lonely
People because people say that everything. So
I think it is more conditioning than anything else, because you take women for example. I know a lot of women who wait for their husbands to take them out. Okay, and so that's one conditioning. That, do whatever you want to do, but do it with your husband. Or
tag him along, or if you take your brother along with you, or travel with friends. Nothing against people who do group traveling.
Or like get married, at least you have a companion. It never happens, So my husband's taste and my taste hardly match. So whenever we have traveled, we've been such bad travel partners because he wants to do something else, I want to do something else. So it's not necessary just because you're saddled with. Sorry, let me not use that word. You're married to a person. You have to travel with a person. No, you travel with whomsoever you want, or you travel alone. But in some places, even today, unfortunately, there's a stigma attached to it. And then there is this fear of God that people put in, when you're a girl and you say, don't go here, don't go there, your life could be in danger, or you may not be safe. So you will not be safe whether you're in a group or
also. That's true.
It's happened to me as well, where we've been in situations where even though we were in a group, we've had difficulties. Yes. So what I've noticed is when you travel, the world, people around you, they come to your rescue if you're in trouble, or they help you, complete your journey nicely. They help you experience. The strangers come to you. It's beautiful. So when you're in a group, you're stuck with your group. You're talking only within your group. You're not looking outside.
That's true.
Yeah. So even when it comes to mountaineering or even hiking, trekking, whatever you want to do, I would suggest that you go alone. Because then you're not stuck with this person. And you're
people who carry boom boxes to the top. I want to personally, straggle.
And then don't go in large groups. We create such a lot of noise. I remember one of the treks that we went to in Himachal Pradesh. So the final campsite was in snow line, and we reached there, and a mile away I could hear the chatter of this Gujarati crowd that had come in. My God, they had converted that whole mountain into a city.
So we basically escape the city to the mountains, and the people bring the city to the mountains.
And then they're talking about their problems, their divorces, their attritions while they're hiking.
I swear.
So you're stuck with that group, if you're hiking. So it's better that you hit the road alone.
Hit the road.
Hit the mountains alone.
So I often hike Skandagiri, and now it's become so commercialized that almost 100 people they assemble at 4 a.m. and everybody carry boom boxes, and at the summit you just want to sit. Not summit, you can't call it a summit. It's a very small hilltop, and
no, you can tell them to shut up,
but they won't. They
will. You can tell them to shut up. I have done that.
And you just want to.
Skandagiri is different because you have the locals also climbing, with chappals and all that. They climb easily. Here we are wearing boots, thinking that we need to have special gear to climb. They climb barefoot. They climb with chappals. But you can't stop those people. Actually, the locals don't really create that much of a ruckus. It's us.
Don't. Yes,
we are the ones who go there.
We had a dog. We have a pup who came with us to the hilltop.
Oh, okay.
I was like, but again, like I said, the whole you want. Your me time, and then you have somebody playing Chikni Chameli hilltop.
And you're forced to listen to their type of music.
I swear. God, I mean, at least play Pink Floyd.
True that.
So yes, so there's no stigma attached with doing things alone. In fact, you discover a lot of things about yourself.
No, the stigma is not there everywhere. I mean, today we are all evolved, but there are certain places, pockets. Even now, pockets where women are still subdued and
So. With this, we come to an end for the coffee and conversation.
Lovely talking. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
What are you saying, Maina? Thank you so much for agreeing. Thank you so much for agreeing to meet me.
I'll feed you. Come, my favorite food.
Thank you. And you know what? I don't know, I might now everybody in my chat would say Reni is such a feminist, but it's so fantastic to meet women who've lived like, I should not even be saying lived like a man, because to live with your entire being yourself and doing things, I think very, very few of us are able to do it. I mean, no offense to women or not, they might have had their own limitations.
Absolutely.
But it feels so fantastic to meet somebody who's had such amazing, we didn't speak about the avalanche and the earthquake that she dodged. That is for another episode.
Didn't dodge, experienced.
And she came out of it alive. For me, now Maina is like one Shakti woman.
And next time I'll come like this, like this. What is that? How do you do that?
She does it with 4 arms. With 4 arms and one chakri, and she's already on a lion, sitting on a lion. That is my like proper like Durga. That is like so fantastic to meet. And
Thank you.
And for it's like so inspirational for younger women like me. Like okay, you've reached there and you've lived your life king size and flamboyance, of course with the challenges, and it makes me really look forward to the journey ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.